Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Smeralda and you are watching Albo plants. So are you ready for this video? Because I think I'm not ready. I have a lot of repottings to do and I already made a video while doing some repottings of my larger plants, but these ones are medium, not so small plants, but still I think they are chores that I need to do before the winter really comes. And these are the plants that I saw really needed this repot because they were drying out so fast and they were like declining a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do in this video, and the reason why I haven't been repotting them sooner is because it is becoming very difficult for me to have pots in the right sizes, because plants are growing up and all my medium sizes pots have been used. So, and also I don't have a lot of large pots because I haven't had very large plants at the beginning, but now every plant is sizing up and I need to have bigger pots. So that's why it has been a little bit of struggle to repot these plants, but finally today I will do it. So let's start. I will put you a little bit more down so you can see better. I have my potting mat in here. With repottings I always like to start with the bigger ones because, I don't know, I think that maybe the pot that it is in may be useful for other plants, even though in this scenario I don't think so. But still I want to make the bigger one first, so we start with the more difficult one and then we go to the easiest one at the end. So the first plant that I want to repot today is my Alocasia Polly. And the reason why I want to repot this plant is because she has become huge and she's growing so much out of the pot. I can see roots coming down at the bottom, coming out. I will, but it's very small, so I don't know if you are able to see. But what I want to show you are the bulbs, as you can see, the bulbs or rhizomes are growing so much and they are trying to find space, so they are growing apart from each other. But as you can see, it has produced also a lot of roots, aerial roots going downwards. And yeah, I needed to water this plant a lot, so this repotting is going to help me and the plant also. As I said at the other video, when the plant comes out of the pot like that, it means that it has filled the pot with roots. So as you can see, yeah, this pot is full with roots. And I want to plant it in this pot, so I think it's going to have a lot of new space to grow now. First I'm going to put some soil at the bottom as always. And I know that a lot of people like to find bulbs on their Alocasias, and I can already see some. I don't know, should I see for bulbs? I don't want to disturb the root ball too much. Okay, I can see one right here. I'm just going to take out the ones that I see easily. There's another one in here. Oh, there are two actually. Okay, there's another one. I don't want to disturb too much the plant, and I don't really want to multiply this one because it is already very big. Oh, this is a nice one. There are a lot of Alocasia Pollys that are sold at the stores now, and I don't know how valuable it is to take care of the bulbs and grow them, because I don't know if people are interested in them to buy them. Of course, this one is, in my opinion, a lot better than the ones that you can find at the store, because it is already acclimatized to the conditions of the household here in Albania. But yeah, I don't know. One is rotted in here. Okay, I think that's enough. What I find the most helpful with Alocasia Polly and taking care of it is that usually at the stores or even online they say that Alocasia needs a lot of moisture on the roots. They don't like to dry out or something similar like this. Actually, they say that the care for Alocasias is quite similar to anthuriums. But as my opinion and my experience, actually it's not true. Alocasias actually do really prefer to dry out a little bit in between waterings, because I find them that they are pretty prone to root rot and also the rot of the bulbs. So what I have done is that I keep my Alocasias in pretty small pots, like I want their roots to be snug in there and not have a lot of substrate. And also I like to dry out in between waterings. Maybe not 100% bone dry, but at least 70%, 80%, and also sometimes I like to keep them in terracotta pots, so the extra moisture is taken care of the terracotta pot. And another thing that is very crucial in my opinion for Alocasias to grow well is the light. I think that Alocasias really need a lot of light to thrive. And during the winter, another thing that I have seen that really is important if you want your Alocasias to grow bigger and bigger each year is, in order to avoid the dormancy during the winter, they should not be exposed in cold temperatures because they don't really like it. Especially the zebrina. Alocasia zebrina is really temperamental about the temperature, and I have learned it from my experience that it dropped all its leaves because it was a little bit too cold for it. And it was the only Alocasia in my care that really went into dormancy. That one, and also the pink dragon. Those were the two Alocasias that went into dormancy last year. Okay, so I think the first plant is done. So let's continue with the next ones. So the next plant that I want to take care of and repot is my Hoya Linearis. And the reason because I want to repot it is because, yeah, the same, it dries out fast, and I have seen that this Hoya likes to be a little bit more moist than the typical Hoyas. So if it doesn't dry, if it does dry out too much, then yeah, it doesn't grow well, and it can also decline pretty fast. So yeah, let's do this. Oh, and also I want to show you the bulbs that I collected from my Alocasia Polly. Okay. So these are the bulbs that I managed to collect from my Alocasia Polly. So I'm going to use this clear pot because I don't have other ones at the moment with this size, but it will be very helpful to monitor the roots of the Linearis, because yeah, this plant is one of those plants that I'm a little bit worried that I may overwater or underwater. Actually, I'm a little bit stressed from this plant because, let me put it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, what I was saying. Okay, so yeah, I'm a little bit stressed out from this plant actually, because I have seen online that it can be quite problematic. It needs more water than other Hoyas, but at the same time be careful because it can rot from overwatering. So I am still a little bit stressed out from this plant, and I don't want it to rot on me or decline because I do really like it. So yeah, that's why I'm keeping an eye on it and worrying a little bit too much. Okay, a leaf fell out, but as you can see, the roots look nice. They are fine roots and very delicate, so I need to be careful and not mess too much with those. I put too much soil inside, so I need to take out a little bit. But these pots, something other that is a little bit difficult is that they have the raised middle part for orchids. So yeah, I need to just try and break a little bit the root ball, even though I didn't want to touch too much the roots, but I need to, so it can fit inside the planter. Breaking the leaves. So this Linearis, you may remember because it was in one of my favorites of the month. It used to be a lot longer, but I chopped it because it was getting too long and I didn't have space for it to hang somewhere, and I chopped it, and I took the opportunity to try and propagate it. And to say the truth, I am not so successful with Hoya propagations. I don't know why. I still haven't figured them out, and I've had some difficulties and some unsuccessful propagations. And the same thing happened with this Hoya Linearis actually. A lot of the propagations that I took rotted. I tried to put them in water because that's the method that I saw a lot of other people succeed with. I also tried to put it directly in soil, and they all again rotted. But the only ones that survived were a couple of them that I put in perlite. So the only substrate that I have really had success with Hoyas has been perlite. The only problem that I have with perlite propagation is when I need to pot them in soil again, and there is the part where there is the part when I put them again in soil that I struggle because the propagation rots again, the roots decline. So yeah, I haven't still figured it out 100%. Hopefully one day I will be able to propagate without problems, because there are very nice and beautiful Hoyas out there. Okay, I think I am done. This is how it is looking now with the clear pot, and hopefully it's going to grow faster now. And I can keep an eye on the roots and the moisture level of the soil with the clear pot, so that is quite nice. Maybe it will give me some information on when and how to water this plant better for its demand. So yeah, the second repot is done. I do have this Scindapsus Argyraeus, and when I bought it, it was very small, and I am slowly trying to make a bushy plant by cutting, propagating, and then upsizing the pot, and also planting the propagation inside the pot. And yeah, this plant needs a repotting now because I can see roots coming out from the bottom, and at the same time I have propagated it, and the propagations are ready to be planted, so it is perfect time to make it into a bigger and nicer plant. As you can see, here are some other propagations. So yeah, let's start by doing that. I will put it in this pot, which I think will be perfect. And let's see if I need to plant all the propagations or not. Again, just a little bit of soil at the bottom, as always. Okay. Let's see the roots on this guy. Okay. Yeah. These are some nice roots. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to keep it on the side of the pot, so I have a lot of space to put the new shoots, the ones that I propagated. And this is a perfect time to also try and style it so it looks nicer. Let's see these ones if they are ready. This one, as you can see, has got the root and also it started a new shoot, so it's perfect. This one doesn't have, so yeah, I will see each of them and plant the ones that are ready. Positioning cuttings for pothos or other trailing plants is always a challenge. I've also had some wet sticks of this Scindapsus Argyraeus in this prop box, but I have seen that they are very slow to take. I wouldn't suggest it as a way of propagation, only if you really must do it, and you need to be a lot patient because it really takes a lot of time. I took out the ones that were in the prop box, and these ones are very nicely rooted, so I can plant them. It's always a struggle to position these leaves so they don't get submerged by the soil, but you need to do it because otherwise they will rot, and we don't want that. We don't want all our efforts to go to waste. So just slowly I do it by adding a little bit of soil at the center first, positioning them at the edges of the pot, and then when I am done filling out the center of the planter, I add soil to the edges and push the leaves inside the pot so they don't look like they are sitting directly at the edge of the pot. And they also are submerged totally in soil like that. So yeah. I also need to figure out where I'm going to put these plants now, because I don't know if they will fit at the same spot that I had them before. So yeah, this is also done. What do you guys think? I think it looks much better like this. The pot looks fuller already, and imagine when the new shoots are going to grow, it will look even better. And they are a little bit dirty now with soil, but I will give a wash to all the plants in the end. So I do have these Micans, and also with this one it's the same kind of thing as the Scindapsus beforehand. This was smaller when I first got it, and I slowly made it bushier by propagating and planting it back inside the same planter. And I'm not going to do it anymore because I think that this is already a very full plant. It has a lot of shoots inside of it, so I don't want to overwhelm it too much. The only reason I'm going to repot this plant is because I think that this is drying out too fast, and I keep these Micans in higher shelf, so I don't want to water it very frequently. So I have also seen that Micans likes a little bit more water than other hardleaf philodendrons. Do you have the same experience as me? I think that it loves a little bit more of moisture. This one was longer, but I have cut it and I'm propagating it because I really love this plant and I want to have multiples in my house. I can see roots coming from the bottom, also on this one. Okay. As you can see, the roots are pretty nice, but there used to be a gap here. Yeah, that is not good. It may have created some problems, so that's why you need to be careful to not leave big air pockets on planters inside, like this one, because as you can see, the roots in this part have dried out. So okay, but there are still very healthy roots that have gone till the bottom, so I will not like freak out for this thing. I just need to be careful to fill the pot nicely this time without leaving a gap like the last time I did it. So okay, so that is done also. And I'm doing this a little bit faster because my battery is dying and I don't want to make this video very long. Okay, so the last one that I want to make is also another Scindapsus. It's my Silvery Ann, and this one I have found that it's very easy care Scindapsus. I kept it outside during the summer and it did wonderful, even though the conditions weren't the perfect for Scindapsuses because it was quite hot, it was drying out, but this one managed to grow very nicely and didn't give me any problems. So as you can see, it's going so long, and I want to give it a bigger pot, and I also want to plant some propagations. I do have some propagations in here, rooting in water. So yeah, put it just a little bit of soil at the bottom as always, because I don't want the roots to again in the new pot be directly at the bottom. I want a little bit of soil in there. That's why I always like to start by putting some soil at the bottom. As you can see, beautiful roots. Also, the propagations, as you can see, are grown very well, so it's another indication that this plant is actually a very strong one. If you struggle with Scindapsuses in general, I would suggest you try this one out and see for yourself if it's also easy for you too. And maybe you can learn how to take care of Scindapsuses then. Take it as a practice plant. Okay, so I also finished this one. Phew! It looks so nice, yeah? So now I need to wash them all and figure out where I'm going to put them. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me repot some of my plants, and I hope that maybe you got some information or the will to also do the last repottings of the season. And as always, don't forget to like, share, leave a comment down below. Do you have also some other repottings to do, or do you repot all year round and you don't really care about seasons or things? I do care a little bit because I don't have very nice grow lights in my space, and I have north facing windows, so somehow the plants are conditioned by the change of the seasons, so I cannot grow it all year round the same. That's why I wanted to do this before winter really came, so I'm happy that I managed to make them. If you like to see plenty photos, don't forget to check out my Instagram page, Albo__plants. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Thank you again for watching. I will see you on the next one. Pace!